They were built decades ago in an age before electronics, before computers, and before farming got complicated. Back when steel was thick, engines were loud, and reliability meant everything. From the green fields of America to the muddy farms of Europe, these machines became legends. They've plowed through droughts, wars, and generations of farmers, and somehow they're still running today. Some of them rolled off the line more than 70 years ago, and yet they refuse to die. No GPS, no touchscreen, just raw power, simple mechanics, and the kind of engineering modern tractors can only dream of. Today, we are diving into 10 old tractors that are still running strong in 2025. Machines that proved age doesn't mean weakness, it means legacy. And trust me, the last one on this list has outlived the very company that built it. Number 1. John Deere 4020, 1963 to 1972. If one tractor defines the phrase "built to last," it's the John Deere 420. Produced between 1963 and 1972, it became the most popular John Deere tractor of its generation, with over 184,000 units built. It was a machine that combined rugged reliability with just the right amount of innovation. Powered by a 6.6-liter six-cylinder diesel engine producing around 96 to 105 horsepower, the 4020 was a beast that could handle heavy plowing, tillage, and large implements with ease. What makes the 4020 still run strong today is its simplicity and over-engineered design. The tractor used straightforward mechanical systems, no electronics, no sensors, no computers. Farmers could repair nearly everything themselves using basic tools. Replacement parts are still widely available thanks to John Deere's extensive dealer network and massive production numbers. The 4020 was also built with premium components, a robust frame, reliable hydraulics, and a bulletproof power-shift transmission that still feels smooth decades later. Even in 2025, it's common to see these machines working on small farms across North America. Many owners have kept them as backup tractors or utility units for baling, loader work, or mowing. On forums and collector sites, farmers proudly share stories of their 4020s crossing 10,000+ hours, with original engines still running strong. What's more impressive is how the 4020 maintains resale value. A well-maintained unit can sell for over $15,000 USD, more than its original price when adjusted for inflation. The John Deere 4020 isn't just a tractor, it's a legend. A symbol of an era when machinery was built for strength, not software. Its legacy continues not in museums but in muddy fields. Still working, still earning, still green. Number 2. Ford 8N, 1947 to 1952. Few tractors have the cultural impact of the Ford 8N. Introduced in 1947, it became an icon of post-war American farming. Compact, affordable, and easy to fix, the 8N helped small farmers mechanize their operations in a time when horsepower meant survival. With over 524,000 units built, it remains one of the most successful tractors in history. The Ford 8N was powered by a simple 2.0-liter four-cylinder gasoline engine producing around 27 horsepower at the drawbar. Modest but perfect for small farms. It featured a 4-speed transmission, mechanical steering, and Ford's now famous 3-point hitch system, which became an industry standard. The design was clean, the engineering smart, and the performance incredibly reliable. What makes the 8N remarkable is how many are still running today, nearly 75 years later. Its simplicity is the key. There's no complex hydraulics, no electronics, and no fancy components to fail. Every part from pistons to carburetors can still be found online or at tractor salvage yards. Entire rebuild kits are available for under $300, allowing owners to keep them operational indefinitely. Farmers, hobbyists, and collectors continue to use 8Ns for mowing, grading, and hauling firewood. They're also popular among vintage enthusiasts who appreciate their easy maintenance and nostalgic charm. An 8N can sit unused for 20 years, and with fresh oil, new plugs, and a bit of elbow grease, it'll often start right back up. In 2025, you'll still find 8Ns rumbling through rural America, painted in their original gray and red, proving that simple engineering never gets old. The Ford 8N isn't just a piece of machinery, it's part of farming history that refuses to die. Number 3. Massey Ferguson 135, 1964 to 1975. Ask any old farmer about the most reliable tractor ever made, and chances are they'll mention the Massey Ferguson 35. Produced between 1964 and 1975, it was one of the most successful utility tractors ever built, selling hundreds of thousands of units worldwide. It was available with several engines, most famously the Perkins 3-cylinder diesel, delivering around 45 horsepower, small but mighty. The MF135 gained a reputation for its bulletproof construction and versatility. Its mechanical simplicity made it a dream to maintain. Farmers could literally rebuild the engine with a basic toolkit. The tractor's hydraulic system was robust, the clutch and gearbox nearly indestructible, and the design allowed easy access to every major component. Even decades later, mechanics say it's one of the easiest tractors to service. But it's not just about durability, it's about soul. The MF135 is still used in fields across Africa, India, and rural Europe, often in daily operation. Its rugged build and ability to run on less than perfect fuel make it ideal for tough environments. According to classic tractor restorers, it's not unusual to see MF135s with over 15,000 working hours still running with minimal maintenance. One auctioneer once said, "Give it fuel, water, and oil, and it'll run forever." He wasn't exaggerating. The MF135's combination of reliability, comfort, and simplicity keeps it alive on farms even in 20. And for collectors, it's one of the most affordable classics to buy, restore, and keep on the job. Few machines ever made have earned the universal love and respect this red legend commands. Number 4. Ferguson TE20, Little Grey Fergie. Before Massey Ferguson, there was simply Ferguson, and its most famous creation was the TE20, affectionately called the Little Grey Fergie. Built between 1946 and 1956, this small, unassuming tractor revolutionized farming worldwide. Designed by Harry Ferguson himself, it introduced the revolutionary three-point linkage system, which is still used on nearly every tractor made today. The T20 was powered by a 2.0-liter Standard Motor Company engine producing about 28 horsepower. That might not sound like much, but the tractor's low weight and clever transmission made it capable of handling a wide range of implements. It was reliable, efficient, and incredibly easy to maintain. What truly set the TE20 apart was its design philosophy: simplicity over sophistication. Farmers didn't need special tools or knowledge to fix it. The parts were standardized, the layout intuitive, and the machine itself forgiving. Even today, TE20s are still running across Europe, Australia, and Africa. Many families have passed them down through generations, and they continue to plow gardens, mow pastures, or haul firewood like it's still In 2025, the Little Grey Fergie isn't just an old tractor. It's a living monument to the idea of durable design. Vintage part suppliers continue to manufacture reproduction components, and owners' clubs provide endless support and documentation. There's something special about hearing that distinctive chug of the TE20's engine in a modern world filled with computers and sensors. It's a reminder that real engineering never goes out of style. Number 5. Landini 6500, 1973 to 1983. From Italy came one of the most underrated workhorses of the 1970s. Built between 1973 and 1983, it was a solid mid-size utility tractor that found favor with European farmers for its power and dependability. Powered by a Perkins 4-cylinder diesel engine producing around 65 horsepower, the 6500 combined British engine reliability with Italian engineering finesse. Farmers loved its strength and simplicity. The 6500's transmission was a tough 12-speed synchromesh gearbox, known for smooth shifting and long service life. The tractor's chassis was built to handle the stress of daily fieldwork, from plowing to hauling heavy loads. Its hydraulic system was equally dependable, allowing it to power a wide range of implements. Even in 2025, hundreds of these tractors are still in use across Italy, Spain, and Eastern Europe. Parts are easy to find since many components are interchangeable with Massey Ferguson tractors thanks to Landini's historic partnership with MF. The Perkins diesel engine is nearly indestructible. It can run on poor quality fuel and still keep going. Farmers appreciate how easy it is to repair. No computers, no emission systems, just pure mechanical brilliance. Many of these tractors have been in the same families for over 40 years, still starting every morning to move bales or run irrigation pumps. The Landini 6500 may not be as famous as John Deere or Massey, but it's every bit as durable, a quiet hero of European farming, still earning its keep in 2025. Number 6. Zetor 25, 1946 to 1961. When it comes to European tractor history, few names carry as much respect as Zetor, and none more so than the legendary Zetor 25. Produced in Czechoslovakia between 1946 and 1961, the Zetor 25 was the first mass-produced tractor from Central Europe, and it quickly earned a reputation for being as tough as the land it worked. Its rugged simplicity and legendary durability have kept it running, even 80 years later, across farms, forests, and vineyards of Eastern Europe. The Zetor 25 came with a 2.7-liter two-cylinder diesel engine producing about 25 horsepower. It wasn't fast, but it was relentless. The engine was low-revving, high torque, and built with military-grade precision. After all, Zetor engineers had wartime experience designing tanks. The tractor's cast-iron construction, straightforward gearbox, and minimal electrical systems made it practically indestructible. Farmers loved that it could run all day on minimal fuel, even on the roughest terrain. The secret behind its longevity is its repairability. Zetor designed the 25 so every part could be accessed and replaced easily. Even now, reproduction parts are widely available from Czech and Polish suppliers. The simplicity of its design means that local mechanics, or even the farmers themselves, can rebuild a Zetor 25 with hand tools and patience. Some have been rebuilt 2 or 3 times over generations and still start up with that distinctive diesel thump. What's truly remarkable is how many are still working in 2025. From rural Slovakia to Hungarian vineyards, you'll still see Zetor 25s pulling carts or powering water pumps. Many are family heirlooms passed from father to son, machines that have seen wars, regime changes, and revolutions, yet never stopped working. For many farmers, the Zetor 25 isn't just a tractor, it's a symbol of survival and craftsmanship. It represents a time when machines were built to serve generations, not production cycles. As one Czech farmer once said proudly, Zetor runs as long as there's diesel in the tank, and sometimes even when there isn't. Number 7. Lanz Bulldog, 1921 to 1960. If tractors had legends, the Lanz Bulldog would be a mythic hero, a machine that refused to die. Born in Germany in 1921, the Lanz Bulldog was the backbone of European agriculture for nearly 4 decades. Its most famous version, the D9506, featured a massive 10.3-liter single-cylinder hot bulb engine producing up to 55 horsepower and a sound that farmers could hear for miles. The Bulldog wasn't just durable, it was nearly indestructible. Its single-cylinder, slow-revving engine could burn almost anything: diesel, kerosene, crude oil, or even used motor oil. To start it, farmers heated the hot bulb at the top of the engine with a blowtorch, turned the huge flywheel by hand, and listened as it slowly rumbled to life, a ritual that became part of farming folklore. It was simple by design: 1 piston, 1 fuel line, 1 injector, and that simplicity made it unstoppable. With almost 220,000 built before production ended in 1960, the Lanz Bulldog found homes all across Europe and South America. Its thick cast-iron frame and minimal moving parts meant it could run for decades with basic maintenance. Even in 2025, hundreds of bulldogs are still alive, many lovingly restored by collectors, but quite a few still used for light farm work and demonstrations. In rural Germany and Argentina, it's not unusual to see one hauling small loads or powering threshers at vintage farming festivals. Owners often joke that the bulldog will outlive its owner, and they're probably right. It's a machine from another age, when engineering was about endurance, not efficiency. No computers, no hydraulics, just one cylinder, an enormous flywheel, and a will to keep running. A century later, the Lanz Bulldog stands as living proof that great engineering has no expiration date. Number 8. Allis-Chalmers WD45 1953 to 1957. In post-war America, when farmers wanted power, they looked to orange, the color of Allis-Chalmers. And among all their models, none captured the essence of American durability better than the WD45. Built between 1953 and 1957, this tractor was the first in its class to break the 40-horsepower barrier, making it one of the most powerful row crop tractors of its day. The WD45 was equipped with a 4.6-liter four-cylinder gasoline or diesel engine, delivering up to 48 horsepower at the PTO. It featured Allis-Chalmers' innovative snap coupler hitch system, allowing farmers to quickly attach implements, a feature that was ahead of its time. The tractor's robust transmission, strong rear axle, and durable frame made it perfect for everything from plowing to pulling heavy wagons. But the real reason so many WD45s are still working in 2025 is their toughness. The engines were overbuilt, and the cast-iron construction gave them incredible strength. Farmers could and still do rebuild these machines multiple times. Many WD45s on small American farms have been passed down through generations, still firing up every morning to handle chores that newer tractors might need a computer to manage. Owners also love how easy they are to fix. Replacement parts for the WD45 are still widely available thanks to a loyal community of Allis-Chalmers enthusiasts and part suppliers. The tractor's simplicity, mechanical linkages, manual steering, and basic hydraulics means almost nothing can't be repaired in a home workshop. Even in 2025, you'll find WD45s moving hay bales, plowing gardens, or clearing snow in rural towns across the Midwest. Many owners have modernized them with LED lights or fresh paint, but underneath, they're still the same 1950s powerhouse that helped feed America. The Allis-Chalmers WD45 may be an antique, but it remains a working legend, living proof that they don't build them like they used to. Number 9. Ursus C-330 1967 to 1987. From the cold plains of Poland came a tractor so reliable, so practical, that it's still a common sight in Eastern Europe. The Ursus C-330, produced between 1967 and 1987 by Ursus in Warsaw, this small, simple two-cylinder diesel tractor became the backbone of Polish agriculture for decades. It wasn't flashy or fast, but it never quit. Powered by a 2.0-liter two-cylinder diesel engine, producing around 30 horsepower. The C-330 was designed for efficiency and simplicity. It could run all day on a tiny amount of fuel, start in freezing temperatures, and handle everything from plowing small fields to powering sawmills. Its rugged design made it nearly impossible to kill. Farmers would joke that the only way to stop a C-330 is to run out of diesel. The C-330's magic lies in its accessibility. Spare parts are everywhere. You can still buy brand new engines, pumps, and bearings online in 2025. Mechanics across Eastern Europe grew up fixing them, and many still do. The design has hardly any electronics, which means anyone with a wrench and patience can repair it. Even today, thousands of these tractors are still in daily service, cutting hay, hauling wood, or pulling small trailers in rural Poland, Lithuania, and Ukraine. They're also popular among collectors and small farmers who appreciate their simple beauty and nostalgic value. The Ursus C-330 is a testament to communist-era engineering done right. A tractor built for function, not fashion. Its longevity proves that a simple design and solid metal can outlast decades of change. In 2025, the C-330 remains one of the hardest working small tractors on the planet, still rattling, still pulling, and still unstoppable. Number 10. Fordson Major 1945 to 1952. To close the list, we return to Britain, to a machine that symbolized post-war hope and resilience, the Fordson Major. Built between 1945 and 1952, it was the workhorse that helped rebuild Europe after World War II. With its big 4.4-liter four-cylinder gasoline or diesel engine producing around 45 horsepower, it was designed to power through long hours and tough conditions. The Fordson Major was built like a tank, with thick cast-iron parts, a simple gearbox, and no electronics to fail. It wasn't just a tractor. It was a lifeline for thousands of farmers recovering from war. Many countries imported the Major for national agricultural reconstruction, and its reliability quickly made it a favorite. Even in 2025, you can still find these machines working across Britain and Ireland. They're often used for light plowing, shows, and even logging in rural areas. Thanks to the massive number of units built, spare parts are still widely available. Collectors' clubs and small manufacturers continue to produce replacement engines, axles, and hydraulic components. Farmers love the Fordson Major for one simple reason: it never lets them down. One owner once said, "The Major is like an old friend, slow to start on a cold morning, but once it's running, it'll work all day without complaint." That's the essence of this machine, and of all tractors from its era. In a world of electronic dashboards and software diagnostics, the Fordson Major is refreshingly human, simple, honest, and built to last. Decades have passed, companies have vanished, technology has changed everything. But these tractors? They're still here, covered in dust, dripping in oil, and working harder than ever. They were built by hands, not robots, from steel that remembers what real strength feels like. And while modern machines chase convenience, these old legends remind us what endurance truly means. Because power isn't just about horsepower, it's about heart. If you enjoyed this journey into the machines that refuse to quit, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which of these legendary tractors do you think deserves the title of the toughest of all time? Because these weren't just tractors. They were promises built for a lifetime. And somehow, they're still keeping it.